Hi, this is Lee from the Law School Toolbox. Welcome to Listen and Learn Rule Review. In today's episode, we're breaking down some legal rules on heavily tested subjects. Today's episode is on Civil Procedure Rule 12b-6. Whether you're a law student, professional, or simply interested in understanding the law better, this video will provide you with key concepts you will need to know. Then stay tuned for the Applying Law to Facts video, where we will apply this law to hypotheticals. Let's dive in. Today we're discussing civil procedure, and specifically, when is a pleading conclusory and insufficient under the Twombly Iqbal standard for assessing motions to dismiss under the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b-6. First off, we want to let you know that we already have a terrific Listen and Learn episode covering motions to dismiss under Rule 12 generally. If you haven't listened to that podcast already, we encourage you to give it a listen, and we will link to it in the show notes. Today's podcast will focus specifically on motions to dismiss under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b-6, and when is a pleading insufficient under the standards for assessing a 12b-6 motion to dismiss. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b-6 allows a defendant to move to dismiss a complaint for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. A court's analysis of whether a complaint properly states a claim for relief is primarily guided by the Supreme Court's two decisions in Bell Atlantic v. Twombly and Ashcroft v. Iqbal. Under those decisions, in order for a complaint to survive a Rule 12b-6 motion to dismiss, the complaint must contain enough facts to state a claim for relief that is plausible on its face. A claim has facial plausibility when the plaintiff pleads factual content that allows the court to draw a reasonable inference that the defendant is liable. Importantly, a plaintiff must plead sufficient facts showing that it is plausible that it has met each and every element of the causes of action pled in the complaint. A complaint that merely offers legal conclusions or a simple recitation of the elements of a cause of action is insufficient. This is because although a court must accept the factual obligations in the complaint as true and construe them in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, in assessing a Rule 12b-6 motion to dismiss, a court need not accept legal conclusions as true. So, what is a legal conclusion? A legal conclusion is a statement that simply asserts that a defendant has met one or more elements of a claim without providing any specific factual allegations in support of that assertion. For example, stating that the defendant was negligent, stating that the defendant discriminated against the plaintiff, or stating that the defendant used excessive force on the plaintiff. Those statements by themselves are all legal conclusions that a court need not accept as true in assessing a Rule 12b-6 motion to dismiss. The statements are all merely reciting an element of a claim and asserting that the element has been met, but without providing any specific factual allegations that show that it is plausible that the relevant element has been satisfied. Thanks for tuning in to Listen and Learn Rule Review. We hope you've gained valuable insights into these important legal rules. For those ready to take the next step, be sure to watch our follow-up video, Listen and Learn, Applying Law to Facts, where we'll put these rules into practice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest Listen and Learn content. See you in the next video.